still remain your humble friend, the guy that always updates you about marriage affair, a relationship, and a family. Very cautious about who you tell. You don't know who you are talking to. So many things in marriage that one takes to be habits. It's good we always know what to do at a particular time. There are some common issues that affect families. If you are not informed, you will be deformed. Don't let your relationship crumble before looking for someone to help you. Hello everyone, good afternoon, good morning, good day, wherever you're watching me. If today is your first time of watching me here, this program is all about marriage counseling, where we talked about how a man ought to live with the wife, how a wife ought to live with the man, how both parties supposed to live in marriage, what they should do and what they shouldn't do, how to tolerate each other excesses, how to accommodate each other's opinion, how to respect and love each other, what makes love and what makes marriage work, how to live long in marriages, in relationship, even in the family. So how to live with the neighbors, how to respect everyone's opinion, so that the relationship or marriage will live and be healthy for both parties. So we'll be talking, I will still continue talking. Today, the last program, if you have been following my YouTube, if you have not been following my YouTube, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Matt J Family Show. This is my YouTube channel, Matt J Family Show. Go there, check all the programs there, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that whenever I upload, you can go there and be the first person to see the video and watch it. There are so many things you will learn there as a married man, as a married woman, as one in a relationship. There are so many things you will learn there that will help you in your relationship and in your marriage. They no finish. Then because they do these things. I'm not telling you I'm a perfect man, but we are all learning. The more I dish out these informations, the more I learn from it, so that I will not make a mistake. And even if I do, I can able to correct it and move on with my wife. Thank you. Today, my previous video is the danger of nagging. The danger of nagging. If you are a nagging person, you are affecting your nagging affects people around you. Your nagging scare people away from you. You might have a good point of being nagging, but other people around you may not understand you. In order not to make them uncomfortable, you need to make your point clear. Make it clear and stop nagging so that they will not be scared from you and they will not be afraid of you. They will not tag you as a bad woman or a bad man. Not only women that nag, men do nag. So there must be a reason why you are nagging. So today we are going to look at how to control a nagging woman. How to control a nagging woman. That's what we are going to be talking today. The easy ways to deal with a nagging woman. Easy ways to deal with a nagging woman. So please follow me as we continue this program. When you are married to a nagging woman, because she's nagging, it's not enough reason for you to divorce her. Because your wife is nagging, it's not a reason for you to abandon her or to run away from your home. No, it's not a reason. Because according to the Bible, the only reason why you have to divorce your wife, it is when your wife is having extramarital affair. It is when your wife commits adultery. This is the reason Bible says that it's enough for a man to divorce a woman. Not nagging. Sorry, not nagging. Don't run away from your wife because it's nagging. Try to understand her. The reason why she's talking too much. The reason why she's nagging. The reason why she's not giving you comfort in your home. The problem might be you, not her. But if you do not sit down and talk to her, have a healthy conversation with her, you will not be able to find solution to that problem. Why haven't you come back home? Those are the things, so many questions or similar questions or simple questions that a woman who nags asks a man every time. Why haven't you come home? When will you bring the groceries I sent you to buy for me? Why isn't your office yet open? If these questions made you pictured married and your wife, then these are signs of a nagging wife. Why haven't you come home? Each time you ring the bell and the woman opens the door for you, the first thing to say to you instead of welcome, why haven't you come home? You know, it will shock you. When will you come bring the groceries? A woman will call you on phone. Hello? Hello? When will you bring the grocery? What are you doing there? What are you still doing there? You know, she don't know if there are something that held you down there that makes you not to turn back home early. She does not want to know what you are going through there. All she's concerned about is what is holding you there. Where is my groceries? Why are you not back home yet? You know, why isn't your office over yet? What are you still doing in the office? If these are the questions you often get from your wife, it is a sign of a nagging wife. When you begin to see these things or hear these things from your wife, it is a sign of a nagging wife. Every time complain, any little thing is a complaint. A nagging and disrespectful wife is never satisfied with her man and undermine him every chances she got. She bakers all day and sucks out the man's energy to an extent that he loses his decision-making ability and gives in. Stress from a nagging wife is a constant irritant a man has to deal with. They say a happy wife is a happy life. And if your wife's nagging you, then you just need to do a few things right to ensure you don't have to put on the earphones when you get back home. That is the best way to shut a nagging wife up. But for me, finding a solution to the root of nagging is the best way. Not putting earphones on your ear while you are still at home. You are making that woman go crazy. If she's still nagging you, she will continue, she will give you restless moments in your home. Will you run away from it? You must get to the root of it. Find a solution, a lasting solution to arrest that situation. To settle every matter, you must find a solution to why is she nagging? Why will she always complain about everything I do in every chances? Why? How? Why? How do you know you have a nagging wife and not someone who has occasional mood swings or anger issues? There's a difference between nagging and having an anger issue. You can control your anger, it not all the time. But a nagging woman or a nagging person, nothing you do seems right to her. Nothing you do seems right to her. She must complain over everything that you do. But an anger issue, it is something that comes and goes. There are signs of being nagging and being anger or being angry. We will tell you the characteristics of a nagging wife so that you will be able to handle your issues with your wife better. Your wife usually keeps repeating whatever she has to tell you. You are stressed by your nagging wife because she always makes you feel that you are not doing enough. She is a control freak and wants to micromanage everything, but at the same time blames you, saying you are not doing your bit. You are not doing your bit. Even when you try, even when you stress yourself, but she never appreciated you. She never. The word request does not figure in her dictionary. She only demands and demands. She flies into a range and you are fearful about her temper tantrums. You are fearful about her temper tantrums. She is shouting, nagging, begging all the time. When you get into bed with her at night, you feel so resentful. You don't even feel like cuddling, let alone have sex. Home has become your dreaded zone because of a nagging wife. But there's a solution. More also, as I said earlier, there are ways to deal with a nagging wife. Why does my wife nag so much? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Why does my wife nag so much? Why can't she understand me? These are some questions that all troubled husbands ask themselves. If you are beating your wife because she's nagging, you are only putting more fuel in that fire. If you are fighting her all the time because you do not want her to be disgracing you or insulting you, you are causing more problems for yourself. You are causing more problems for yourself. Sit down and ask yourself, why does my wife nag so much? Why can't she understand that I'm trying? Why? Why can't she understand that I don't need trouble? I don't want trouble. Ask yourself. These are questions that you should ask yourself. Then you now find answers to it yourself. All of a sudden, she will nag about 7-month-old incident and you will be left cluelessly about what just sometimes happen. Wives got angry and nag when they are unhappy or when things doesn't go as planned. This nagging becomes like an everyday ritual, which makes you want to scream your lungs out. My point is this: don't answer her. Whenever she's angry, whenever she's talking, whenever she's nagging, whenever she's screaming you out, whenever she's stressing you, whenever she's on top of you, do not answer her. Because the more you try to answer every word she says, the more problem you cause. Because she's looking for somebody to exchange words with, to batter words with. Do not answer her. When we tell you not to answer her, or when I tell you not to answer her back, it doesn't mean that you need to stay quiet and let your wife keep nagging you. When your wife nags you, you need to understand that she is in hostile state of mind. Arguing and answering back is only going to make matter worse. Calm down. Try to figure out, is there something I do wrong? Is there something I need to have done or that I have not done? Is there something I should do? Did I forget something? You know, when you begin to question yourself, then you provide a solution to her. Imagine a situation where your wife says, "You are always forgetting things that I tell you to do. It is a mistake to reply or rely on you." You know, some men have a hot temper, and that can provoke him to be exchanging words with that wife. That will provoke him to say all sort of things to the wife who is already nagging. But I tell you, it is not enough for you to be provoked when you already know the kind of wife that you live with. Instead of saying things like, "Yes, do it yourself then. I can't remember everything." No. Calm down. Calm down for once and try to figure out the best answer to her. There's nothing wrong if you say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go and do it." Nothing wrong if you say to your wife, "I am sorry. Let me go and do it. Don't worry, I will fix it." Instead of exchanging words with her, instead of trying to be a man by strength, you are worsening the whole situation. Remember, the boss is always right. If you are married to a nagging wife, she is your boss. You can't run away from that fact. She is your boss. Yeah, your wife is your boss. The faster you accept this fact, the easier it gets for you. A nagging wife will always see herself as the one who is right, no matter whose fault it is. You will be the one to say sorry almost every time. If you start to argue, it will go on and on. If your wife is bickering at you, an intelligent husband will want to play safe and tell her that she is right. "Honey, sorry, you are right. Let me go and do it." Okay. It's okay. Let me go and do it. Okay, is that how you want it? Okay, fine. I will do it the way you want it. So her mind will calm down. But by the time you try to play a guy man game, or a fast guy game, or what's up game, or the Superman game, she doesn't want to know that, because she's your boss. Yes, she's your boss. This will calm her down. It will calm her down. And her constant bickering will stop for a while. It means when she stops for a while, you also have peace for a while. Your stress from a nagging wife will also reduce. Dealing with a nagging wife, talk it out. There are moments of peace where you can relate with your wife. You know, in my previous video, I talked about communication, the effective communication in marriage. If you sit her down in that moment of peace and communicate healthily with her, tell her about some things that you observed, where she's affecting you, her nagging affecting you, what her nagging have cost you morally, mentally, and give her some reasons why she have to stop. She may understand you. Talk it out with her. not fighting her, not shouting on her. Talk it out with her. Most marriage turn into unhappy ones because of lack of communication between the two persons. If your wife is nagging you constantly, try to understand why. What have I done wrong? What is going wrong? What is going wrong? You need to talk it out and understand the problem. When you have a healthy conversation with her, an effective communication, she will be able to tell you what you are doing that she doesn't like. Let's, for instance, when you both were in courtship, you never observed these things because both of you may perhaps not living together. Not living together. So there was no way for you guys to know or understand the problem between two of you. You understand me? So now both of you are living together. You now begin to observe some lapses, some chaos in relationship. You now begin to observe some unwanted words or manners that shouldn't be. So it's a reason for you to sit down and ask, what is the problem? Is there anything I'm not doing right? Is there anything I'm not doing right? So these things need to be done by healthy communication between both of you. Speak to her. Let her also tell you the things that you do that provoke her, that cause her nagging all the time, so that you will be able to avoid such things. When you are able to avoid those things that get her nagging, you will have peace in your marriage. You will have peace in your marriage. You need to talk it out. Understand the problem. Things are not just going to magically fix themselves. A 15-minute conversation could fix 3 months old problems. Take her out. Buy her ice cream. Have a conversation with her. Talk with her. Honey, can I ask you questions? I love you. Sincerely, I love you, and I do not want to lose you. Is there anything that I'm doing that always provoke you? Let me know. She will tell you. She will tell you. There is not less for you as the husband to make sure you try to avoid all those seemly mistakes that you may have been making that is causing your wife nagging. You must find out what the problem are. Identify your mistake and apologize. Let's face it. You must know you are making a mistake yourself. You may not be the husband of the year. You may not win that award, the husband of the year, because we are not perfect. In a little way, we made a mistake. But you must acknowledge that without proving or try to be the man of the house. The man of the house, the unquestionable man. That everything is right to you. Whatever you do is right because you are the man. No. You are living with somebody. You may have made mistakes or offended that person, which you need to apologize. Because without apology, there will not be forgiven. And if there is no forgiveness, this trouble will continue. And when the trouble continues, your house will not be conducive for you to live. If your wife is nagging you, it means that you've done something to tick her off. Wives don't always rant and nag for no reason. There must be something that you do. There must be a mistake on your part. Like most husbands, you have no idea what you have done to tick her off. Go over your past activities and try to understand where you must have gone wrong. What I said yesterday, could I have ticked her off, or could I have provoked her? Oh, she sent me a message yesterday and I forgot. Would that be the reasons why she's angry with me, nagging, talking? Try to reason what happened. Your past activities. Is there anywhere you made a mistake there? For starters, you may not be stepping up to your responsibility or taking your career seriously. Are you living up to the promise you made to her before marriage? Instead of looking for signs of a nagging wife, look for where you are going wrong yourself. Look at where you are going wrong yourself. You might be the cause of her nagging. You might be the cause of her nagging. Listen to what she has to say. Not every time you shut her up. Honey, I want to talk to you. I beg, I don't have that time. When I come back, we'll talk it over. You do not know what she wants to tell you or what she's about to tell you. Honey, please, can I have a moment of your time? Oh, I'm in a hurry. When I come back from office, we discuss it. Listen to whatever she has to say to you. Whenever she's discussing with you, you are trying to shut her up. You are trying to pay deaf ear to whatever she's saying. You are trying to make her feel stupid, that she doesn't know what she's saying. She's a human being. She's a human being. Husbands are notorious for not paying attention to what wives says. When their wives nag at them, husbands focus on the part that their wife is nagging them, but fail to listen to what their wife is saying while nagging. She's not just nagging as a deaf and dumb. She's saying something. Pay attention to what she's saying. Focus on what she's saying. Not the nagging. There is something that pisses her off. There is something that she's talking about. Try and fist up that area, that mess that you have done. Rather than calling her a nagging woman or tagging her a bad woman. The next time your wife nags you, listen to what she is saying while nagging. If it's about a habit of yours that she doesn't like, or a mistake that you may have committed, work on improving those things rather than letting the nagging get worse. Sometimes you are so focused on shouting up a nagging wife, but you don't pay heed to what she is saying. Don't do that. Change yourself, change your attitude, change your activities, change your characters. If you want to have a happy home, change your characters. Try to see things from her perspective. She's saying something. Try to understand why your wife is behaving the way she does. Stand in her shoes to understand her perspective. If she keeps on bringing up past mistakes, understand why. With other things on your mind, you might not be able to understand the reasons behind your wife's frustration. By saying things from her perspective, You may be able to understand her better, and we find a way to tackle her nagging. Talk about your perspective. Talk about your perspective. It is important for your wife to understand your perspective as well. Because there is a word. You must understand the person you live with. If you do not understand the person you are living with, there is no way both of you can coexist. There is no way both of you can live together. You must understand what I like, what I don't like, how I talk. I must also understand what you like, what you don't like, what you do not like, and how you talk. So that whenever you say something, I will not pick any offense. Or whenever you do something, I will not read any meanings to it, because I already understand you. But when we fail to do this, we are creating problems for ourselves. It is important that your wife understands you. You might be going through stress, frustration, pains. You might be going through a lot in your life. When your wife is nagging at you, take a stand for yourself and tell her how you feel. How you feel. The reasons why all those things are happening. Why? You must let your wife understand your perspective, the reason behind them, so that she will know where to come in. Tell her how much her nagging is affecting your mental peace and is hampering your other engagement as well. If you feel she is controlling, tell her so. Make sure that your wife knows how her nagging is affecting you. If she doesn't want to listen to you, then tell her that you won't listen to her until she listens to your side of the story too. Because she wants you to understand her. And the way she's going about